the Premier League had no relegation and the same 20 clubs competed in the top division year after year. Kind of like the MLS. Knowing that they can't get relegated, would the smaller sides like Luton Town, Sheffield, or maybe even Bournemouth be able to catch up to the big sides over the course of several seasons and maybe even challenge for some trophies? Or would the big clubs keep on staying big and the smaller clubs would still be at the bottom? Well, we're answering all those questions today, because for 10 full seasons, the Premier League, it has no promotion and no relegation. So the only way for us to actually do this is to put all the 20 current Premier League clubs into the Turkish Super League, because the Turkish Super League also has 20 clubs that participate, but the Turkish Super League in FC24 only has one division. So no one can actually get promoted or relegated. And as you can see, we've done that exactly. All the 20 Premier League clubs are in the Premier League, aka the Turkish Super League. Now in England, there's two cups. You have the Carabao Cup and then you have the FA Cup. But in Turkey, there's only one cup, which is the Turkey Kupashi. So we're going to use the Turkey Kupashi as our FA Cup. And for 10 full seasons, we're going to see who wins the Premier League, the FA Cup, the Champions League, and we're going to see every season who's the top goal scorer. So let's go to the end of season 1 of our Premier League with no relegation. But before we do that, please guys, I would really appreciate it. Hit the like button for me on the video. Of course, if you enjoy the videos and the content, it would really mean a lot to me. I would really appreciate it. And of course, if you're new around here, please hit the subscribe button with the little noti bell. Also, would really appreciate it. Let's go. The Premier League, it has no promotion or relegation. All right, so the first season has come to an end, guys, and it was Arsenal that won the Premier League on 96 points. That is a lot of points for Arsenal. Congratulations, Arsenal won the first year of the Premier League with no relegation. Spurs in second on 75. Man City also tied with Spurs, but they're in third on 75. Liverpool in fourth. Fulham, a surprising fifth. Man United in sixth. West Ham in seventh. Chelsea all the way down in ninth. Aston Villa all the way in 13th and relegated, but since there is no relegation, the bottom three are Luton Town, Wolves, and Sheffield. But the FA Cup in the first season was won by Manchester City 1-0 over Liverpool. And in the Champions League in season 1, it was Madrid versus Madrid, Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid, and Atletico Madrid were crowned champions. Now, who was the top scorer in season 1 in our Premier League? Well, it was Erling Haaland on 25 goals in 38 matches. Son right behind him from Spurs on 24 goals. Luis Diaz in third on 23 goals, and Gabby Jesus on 21. I mean, he doesn't score that many goals, but even more surprising is Danny Ings in fifth from West Ham United. He popped in 20. I already have the feeling we're going to see some random things happen, like Fulham finishing in fifth in the first season. That is very unexpected. So let's go to the end of season 2. Season 2 has come to an end, guys, and it was Manchester City that ran away with it. 88 points. They won the Premier League, 15 points clear of Spurs. Spurs finished second back-to-back seasons. Liverpool in third, Newcastle in fourth. Arsenal, after winning the league in the first season, they dropped to fifth. Chelsea in sixth. Crystal Palace finished in seventh. That's a surprise. While Fulham, after finishing in fifth in the first season, they dropped all the way down to ninth. Aston Villa is having a difficult time. They finished in 11th in season 2. While if there was relegation, 18th, 19th, and 20th, it was Sheffield, it was Bournemouth, and it was Luton Town. Well, the FA Cup was won by Liverpool 4-3 over Manchester United in season number 2. And the Champions League final saw FC Bayern take on Barcelona, and Barcelona beat Bayern Munich 2-1. But the Golden Boot in season 2 in the Premier League, guys, it actually went to Richarlison from Tottenham. 22 goals in 37 matches. Not that many goals to win the Golden Boot. 22 is a little low, I would say. Salah in second with 18. Quinones from Aston Villa. I'm not sure who that is. That's got to be a new signing. 18 goals as well, tied with Salah. Son in fourth. Now he's playing for Manchester City. What? While Erling Haaland actually finished 13th in goal scoring in season 2. He only had 15 goals in 32 matches. Let's go to the end of season 3. The third season of our Premier League with no relegation is over, guys, and it was once again Manchester City. Back-to-back seasons now. 84 points. They were crowned champions. Arsenal in second on 77 points. Spurs in third. So Spurs finished second, and then third. They just can't get over that hump. Liverpool in fourth. Aston Villa is starting to get back into their normal ways. They finished in the top 5. Manchester United in 6th. Newcastle in 7th. Brighton in 8th. Chelsea and West Ham are still having a difficult time. They can't catch up. While all the way at the bottom, it is Crystal Palace, Burnley, and Luton Town. And Manchester City did the double because they won the FA Cup as well, but this time they beat Everton 5-0 though in the final. That is a heavy scoreline. While the Champions League in season 3, it was won by Kylian Mbappe and PSG 2-1 over Real Real Madrid. So Real Madrid has lost 2 Champions League finals in 3 seasons. And what about the top scorer in the Premier League? Well, it was Heung-min Son, where he's at Manchester City now, 22 goals in 37 matches. Vinicius, though, from Fulham, 21 goals in second. And Manor Solomon at Tottenham, also 21 goals. While Erling Haaland is not having a good time in the last couple of seasons, as soon as Manchester City brought in Heung-min Son, Erling Haaland's goal contributions severely decreased. He only scored 14 goals in 37 matches in season 3. And you can also see what kind of transactions some of the clubs have made. As an example, in 16th place, Hakan Çalhanoğlu plays at Manchester United here. Season 4 is upon us. Let's go to the end of season 4. I wonder if Manchester City's crown can be stripped. Season 4 is over, and it was Manchester City once again. 86 points, this time 5 points ahead of second place Arsenal. But Manchester United in third. They're making some strides. Maybe they can push the other Manchester to the limits. Spurs keep on dropping off. Second, third, and now in fourth. Aston Villa finished in fifth once again, and now we see Chelsea making a little bit of strides in seventh, while Liverpool dropped all the way down to eighth. And if there was relegation, it would be Bournemouth, Crystal Palace once again, and Luton Town. But the FA Cup in season 4 was won by Sheffield United, guys. 1-0 over Spurs. Sheffield United won a trophy, while Spurs, they keep on finishing high in the Premier League. They went to a cup final. They lost in the cup final. Sheffield United, that's got to be the most random cup winner, and I love to see it. While in the Champions League, Benfica's curse actually continues because they lost a 4-2 on penalties to Sevilla. And finally, the top goal scorers of season 4 in the Premier League, Erling Haaland is back to his goal scoring ways, guys. 35 goals in 36 matches. That is a lot of goals. Gabby Jesus, still at Arsenal, 25 goals in 38 matches. And Garnacho from Manchester United, 22 goals in 38 matches. Also, Undav from Brighton and Hove Albion, 21 goals in 37 matches. Rasmus Højlund from Manchester United is also on the list. He's kind of high up. He scored 17 in 35. While Gabriel Martinelli all of a sudden plays for Liverpool. He scored 20 in 38. We're done with season 4. It brought some hilarious surprises like Sheffield United winning a trophy and Spurs losing a trophy once again. Erling Haaland back to his full form. Garnacho producing for Manchester United. Let's go to the end of season 5. I hope this continues. Season 5 has come to an end, guys, and Manchester City were finally dethroned by Liverpool by 1 point. 26-6-6 on 84 points. Liverpool won the league. Man City in second, Spurs third. I mean, second or third, that's their story. That's the Spurs story so far in this video. Aston Villa in fourth. Manchester United is in fifth. West Ham finally getting up there. They finished in sixth. Arsenal, though, dropped all the way down to seventh, while Chelsea and Newcastle are rotting in ninth and 10th. And at the bottom, it is once again Crystal Palace, Sheffield United, and Luton Town. But Spurs finally won a trophy, guys. They won the cup in season 5, 1-0 over Arsenal after finishing second and third and losing in the final to Sheffield last season. They won the cup this season. And in the Champions League, it was Inter Milan versus Juventus, and Inter won 3-1. And it's clear that Spurs' success falls on this man right here, Valise. He won the Golden Boot in the Premier League in the 5th season, 26 goals in 38 matches, beating out Erling Haaland, who finished in second on 25 goals, and Rasmus Højlund also on 25 goals from Manchester United. But the two most surprising goal scorers for me in season 5, guys, they both have to come from Everton. Beto on 19 goals in 38 matches, and Dele Alli on 16 goals in 38 matches. They scored a lot of goals for Everton combined. So we're halfway done. Let's go to the end of season 6. This is the end of season 6 in the Premier League, and it was Arsenal. It wasn't Manchester City or Liverpool this time. Arsenal won the league on 88 points, beating out City by 4, and Liverpool finished in third on 78. Wolves, a surprising Wolves in fourth. That's amazing to see. Love to see it. Chelsea in 5th. Spurs dropped all the way down to 6th. Manchester United in 7th. Brentford finished in 8th, actually. Wow. But West Ham United keeps on struggling. On 42 points, they finished in 16th. And if there was relegation, it would be Forest, it would be Luton Town, and of of course it would be Sheffield United. And just like Man City did the double a few seasons ago, Arsenal did the double in season 6. They beat Chelsea in the FA Cup final 2-0. But in the semi-finals of the FA Cup in season 6, we had Burnley that made it all the way to the last 4. While the Champions League final in season 6, it was Bayer Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso versus AC Milan, and AC Milan came out ahead 2-1. And the top goal scorers in season 6, it was Erling Haaland once again with Manchester City, 23 goals in 38 matches, tied with Bukayo Saka actually, who scored 23 in 37. And Luis Diaz also plays for Arsenal. He had 21. And you can see why Wolves finished as high as they did. Kalajdzic scored 20 goals in 37 matches, while Hwang Hee-chan also popped in with 15. Let's go to the end of season 7. Our 7th season is in the books, guys, and Manchester City falls short once again for the 3rd season in a row. It was Liverpool once again, 85 points, 3 points above Manchester City. Arsenal in 3rd, Manchester City in 4th, Spurs in 5th, Aston Villa in 6th. Now, what about Chelsea? Chelsea in 9th, West Ham in 10th. Remember that Wolves finished 4th last season. Where are Wolves? Wolves dropped all the way down to 16th after finishing 4th just a season ago. And if there was any relegation, the bottom 3, Sheffield United, Bournemouth, and Everton. Everton, oh my gosh, they were so bad. 2 wins out of 38 matches. They allowed 88 goals. What happened to Everton? Manchester City did not go home empty-handed in season 7 because they won the FA Cup 2-1 over Brighton. Nice to see Brighton in a final though. And the Champions League was won by PSG over Atletico Madrid 2-1 in season 7. Now for the top goal scorers, and you can kind of see what's happening here. You can see a story being played out. Erling Haaland won the Golden Boot with 29 goals in 38 matches. But Beto, who scored 19 goals for Everton last season, he went to Brighton and he scored 26 for them. So Everton lost Beto and they finished bottom of the league. Also nice to see Christopher Nkunku working out at Chelsea because he popped in with 21. We are off to season 8, guys. Let's go. The end of season 8, guys, and Manchester City are back to their winning ways. They won the Premier League on 85 points, 2 points above Arsenal, 5 points above 3rd place Manchester United, Liverpool in 4th, Spurs in 5th, Chelsea in 6th, Newcastle in 7th, Brighton in 8th. It seems like the table is back to what it usually is or what it used to be. Aston Villa in 9th, West Ham in 10th, Wolves in 11th. Going down, if there was relegation, Luton, Burnley, and Sheffield United. The FA Cup winner in season 8, it was Arsenal 3-0 over Brentford. But the semi-final, we had a semi-final of Brentford versus Bournemouth. We love to see it. Newcastle also made it to the last 4. And the Champions League in season 8 was won back-to-back seasons by PSG, 4-0 over Atletico Madrid this time. While in the goal scoring department, we have a brand new Golden Boot winner, and it is Beto from Brighton and Hove Albion, 27 goals in 38 matches. He beat out Erling Haaland on 24. He beat out Garnacho, who's also on 24, and Nkunku on 23, Dominic Szoboszlai from Liverpool on 22, Foden on 22, Cunha at Brentford on 20. And if you are wondering, Antony is still at Manchester United alongside Rasmus Højlund because Antony, for the first time ever, actually scored a goal for Manchester United. In fact, he scored 14 of them in season 8. So we only got 2 seasons left, guys. Let's go to the end of season 9, see if Beto can continue his goal-scoring form. The end of season 9, and Manchester United are crowned champions. Yes, they are. Premier League champions once again. 29-6-3. Finally, it's been a long time coming. Man City right behind them. Spurs in 3rd. Liverpool in 4th. Arsenal in the top 5. Brighton a nice 6th place with Beto. Brentford in 7th. Chelsea in 8th. Not that great. And the bottom 3, Everton, Luton Town, and unfortunately Bournemouth. 3, 12, and 23 for Bournemouth. 21 points. Just not good enough. And Man United did it in style, guys, because they did the double. Not only did they beat Man City in the Premier League, they beat Man City in the FA Cup as well. 2-1 for Manchester United. And the Champions League in season 9 was won by Barcelona over a surprising finalist from France. It was Nice, but unfortunately they lost. Now we're going to look at the top goal scorers from season 9 because I want to see how Manchester United managed to score so many goals and win the Premier League. Well, Erling Haaland still won the Golden Boot, tied with Valise from Tottenham, 24 goals each. Manchester City, Foden as well up there on 22 goals. Martinelli in 4th on 20. Manor Solomon from Tottenham on 19. Rasmus Højlund, nice to see him with 19 goals. Got Nacho also popped in with 17. And Anthony was once again in the double digits for goals for Manchester United. He had 13. While Beto, after a very incredible season last year, he only also scored 13 goals for Brighton. So let's go to the final season, season 10, and see how things play out. Final season, season 10 is over, guys, and we have a miracle. Something miraculous happened. Spurs won the Premier League. They did. In the final season, 90 points. They beat out Manchester City on 85. Liverpool, 10 points behind Spurs and 5 points behind City on 80 points. Manchester United in 4th on 79, and Arsenal rounded off the top 5 on 74. Chelsea struggled. They finished in 9th. Aston Villa all the way down in 13th. And oh my gosh, West Ham United. What happened? Just as bad as Everton a few seasons ago, they finished rock bottom, dead last on 27 points. While the FA Cup was won by Manchester United, they won another trophy, and this time it was over the Premier League winner, Tottenham Hotspur, 4-1. And in the Champions League in season 10, we finally had a Premier League club in the final, but they lost. Arsenal went all the way to the Champions League final, but they lost 3-2 to Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen, if he's still there after 10 seasons. Now, how did Spurs win the Premier League? Well, it was all thanks to Veliz and Kulusevski, because Veliz scored 31 goals and won the Golden Boot in 38 matches, and Kulusevski was right behind him on 25 goals in 38 matches. Gabriel Martinelli, who now plays for Liverpool, he scored 24 in 38, and Beto was up to his old tricks once again. He scored 23 in 38 for Brighton. Tottenham also had Pedro Porro scored 16 goals. That is very impressive. So there you have it, guys. 10 seasons without the Premier League having any promotion or relegation. Let me know if you thought there was any surprises. I would probably say Sheffield United winning the Cup in season 4, and also Spurs winning the Premier League in season 10. They came so close every other season, and they finally did it in season 10. Also, Everton was bottom of the league, and so was West Ham. And it was nice to see some random Golden Boot winners like Veliz and Beto. As always, my friends, thank you very much for watching. If you have any other cool ideas that you want to see on the channel, please comment them down below, and I'll be sure to read it. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay happy, stay healthy, always keep smiling, and I'll see you guys in the next video on the channel. All right, take care of yourselves. Peace, 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 peace.